Hey guys, welcome to our next coach training. I can't even talk. Today I want to just talk to you guys about effective inviting. And I wrote down some key points and a little bit like a summary that I wanted to share with you guys because I feel like this is something that a lot of people skip over as coaches, and I know I did in the beginning, so I want to make sure that I just give these key points to you guys and really just show you and help you understand the effect of inviting and how important it is to invite people, because that's how your business is going to grow. So we want to make sure we're constantly inviting, and I want to go over with 4 points with you guys. So first, I want to start off with like a quote of the day, which I absolutely love. So a real conversation always contains an invitation. You are inviting another person to reveal herself or himself to you, to tell you who they are and what they want. So when you're looking at inviting, that is why we are not salesy and we're not spammy. We're actually trying to be genuine, learn about the person, get to know them and what they're looking for. We don't want to assume we don't know them. So we don't want to just, jump the gun and throw things at them that we don't even know that they need. So that's why it's really important to really get to know them, who they are, where they're from, what they're looking for, what they may benefit from, and then go down that path of forming that relationship. So that is the quote of the day. So now, inviting people is one of the key things that we do as coaches. So when we genuinely want to help others, inviting becomes a natural step because we're doing it. We're showing proof the products work, we're doing all our vital behaviors, and then we have to invite, right? So without much thought, we talk about what we feel passionate about. So don't overthink inviting. Keep it simple and conversational. So if you buy your favorite pair of leggings or your favorite athletic wear, let's say I bought this shirt, I want to tell my friends about it. Like, I see this product, I've been using it, it's great material, you guys, I think you guys should get it too, look into it. Like, that's not being spammy. That is me sharing something that I love. I love athletic wear. I'm going to share it with my friends who might like athletic wear as well, right? So we definitely want to make sure that we're going that path of like forming and then telling people about what we're passionate about, what we're loving. Like, hey, hey, Stacy, I am drinking the Superfood Shake. So good. I've been drinking it for 4 years now. I've seen amazing results. It makes me feel so much better. I feel like I have less headaches. My hair is growing stronger than ever. Like, it's so good. Like, would you want more info about it? I feel like you would benefit from it as well. Open invitation. I know Stacy is struggling maybe with growing out her hair or has headaches or needs something to fix her health, or she's spending thousands of dollars on vitamins when she could get them in here. So really forming, knowing what somebody wants, and then sharing it with them with how it benefits you, what you've been doing and what you're passionate about. If you feel passionate about something, it makes it easier to invite people because you feel like you know what you're talking about and you're confident about it. So then you're just sharing it. So if somebody says no big deal. If you ever change your mind, I'm always here. This is what I'm doing. This is what helps me. And I'll always be here if you need it. So that's fine. And that's why no's shouldn't be something that is so negative or something that we're scared about, because it's just a process of planting those seeds with people. So later down the line, if they have that thought of, oh, Christina messaged me a couple months ago about the Superfood Shake, maybe this is something I might be interested in now. Or, hey, now I have a new job. I have no time to fit in these workouts and go to the gym. And this girl messaged me a couple months ago or 2 years ago, and I know that she does these home workout programs. Maybe I want to look into that now. So we never know. But if we're doing it and we're being proof and we're falling in love with the process and what we're offering, it makes it so much easier to invite you guys. So make sure that we are being genuine and inviting without being like weird or like making up words that we don't really say ourselves. That's why we have tons and tons of scripts, but I want you guys to make sure that you're altering them to the way that you speak. So if you don't initially say, hey girl, and then write it out, you're not gonna say, hey girl, you're gonna switch it up and maybe say, hey Courtney, or hey babe, or hey friend. Like, the way that you talk, you want to make sure you're being genuine and it sounds like you and not just like a script that you took out from somebody else. So consider these 4 points. So I'm going to talk about be clear, be conversational, lower the pressure, repeat as necessary. Okay. So first, I wrote these down. So I'm going to just share what I have here. So be clear. In an attempt to not seem pushy, we may beat around the bush in our invites, right? So we're like, I don't want to invite. I'm going to kind of, sway the conversation. So this gives the impression that we aren't confident in what we're offering. So you want to make sure you're confident and you're coming off strong. You're not just kind of saying it, but kind of not saying it because you feel like you don't know the answer if somebody asks you something back. So get that out of the way and seem professional. You know it. You're a coach. You're going to help them with what they need and get those negative limiting beliefs out of there. And if you need to Google something, if you need to ask any coach, you can do that anytime. You don't have to answer them right away. So when we're inviting, be clear and direct about what you're asking them to do. I want you to join my next challenge group. So don't beat around the bush and kind of sway the conversation. Well, I think this, or maybe this, like, no. Hey, I see this. I know you're looking for this, or I'm not sure you're interested in this, but I want you to be in my next challenge group, or my next boot camp, or my next fitness and nutrition group, like whatever you want to call it, but come off strong and be clear. Okay, guys? So that was point 1. Point 2 is be conversational. Don't try to memorize a perfect script. People respond best when they feel your conversation with them is natural. So, like I said, be you, be genuine, talk like you talk. Don't take a script and just do and say what other coaches say, because that's not going to come off as you. And especially if you're messaging people that you know or your friends or family, you want to make sure that you're sounding like yourself and you're not thinking that you have to be somebody different, because this is all about you and your brand, not Beachbody. Every coach is different. Every coach talks differently. They come across different ways and they sound different. So none of us should sound exactly the same like robots, okay? So work with the invitation and as a discussion. It's normal to feel nervous, but practice and experience will make this easier as time goes on. So be patient. Your first couple of invites might sound weird. They might sound, you're like, oh my God, this is so awkward. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying. But the more and more and more that you invite, the more natural it becomes, the more genuine it becomes, the more used to it that you become with it. So I used to take pictures with the side of my face, and here I am now on these training videos, teaching you guys exactly how to do it. And I'm telling you, it gets easier. Just keep inviting, change up your scripts. You don't have to say the same thing over and over again. Maybe you're having a conversation with like 5 different types of people, and switch it up to the way that, they want to respond, or the way that you're talking with somebody. It doesn't have to be the same exact script. So just be genuine and it will get easier. So just be patient with that. Next, lower the pressure. No one likes to feel salesy, right? We don't want to sound like we're spamming people like robots and it becomes disingenuous and we just get sick of it because we're like, well, that's not me. Like, I'm not going to talk to these people this way because that's just not me and I feel awkward. So when talking with other people, you'll feel less salesy when your focus is on you instead of helping the other person. So focus on you and how you're going to say it, how you're going to invite them, and then it just becomes less of a pressure because you're not going to feel that awkward, push to have to do something. You'll feel salesy when your focus is on, and we want to share, not sell. Remember, you're asking them to make a simple decision to help improve their quality of life. So relax and don't put so much pressure on yourself or on them. So we're not pushing things on them. We want to make sure they feel comfortable. Maybe it's a postpartum mom who's struggling with something and you want to relate to her, or maybe you don't relate to her, but other girls in the group are pregnant and they've been doing these programs. So you just want to be genuine and you're trying to help them. So maybe it's something that they're not looking for. Maybe they say not right now, and that's totally okay. But we are doing something that is helping us and we see the results that we're getting and we're being proof that products work. So we want to share it with others. And if it's great and they want more information, perfect. But if not, no pressure. That's why with invites, same thing. When you're following up with people, hey, I don't know if you got my last message, but I wanted to make sure, we got you in if you were interested. Are you interested in learning more information? No pressure either way. Let's still be friends. You're interested, you are. If not, no big deal. I'm always here if you change your mind. So the next one is repeat as necessary. So repeat as necessary. Many times, people won't accept your first invitation. So that's totally okay. It happens all the time. You're going to hear no's, 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 no's. But what are you doing? You're showing up, you're showing up, you're showing up, you're being proof the products work. And then we invite them again. Okay, maybe November is not a great time for you. Is it okay for me to follow up in January? Like, keep going. And your first invite, tons and tons of people say no. They say not right now. They say I'm busy. They say I don't have money right now. They say my kids are crazy. I don't have time. They say I'm traveling, no, thank you. And that's totally okay. They may just be looking for additional information, or the timing might just be tough for them. So sometimes I'll invite somebody and they'll say no. And then I'll ask them, okay, do you have a workout routine? And then I start the conversation without just shutting it down and saying, okay, no big deal, bye, or not responding back. See what they're doing. See what's working for them. Maybe they're training for something right now. Maybe they're just busy with their kids. See if they have a routine and kind of go around that way. Maybe this girl says, I don't have a routine right now. I'm just so busy with work and my kids, I just don't have a minute. And that's a perfect conversation starter, because you're going to say, totally relate to you, girl. I am the exact same way. I'm working this business. I have 2 toddlers at home. I have 2 stepkids. I'm constantly running around everywhere. I'm going to daycare. I'm going to dance classes. I have soccer practice, soccer games, like all this types of stuff. And these are perfect in my life. And if you're open to it, I would love to send you a little bit of more information, or send them some free workout samples, like anything to just keep that door open, keep having those conversations. Or if they keep saying no, just say, is it okay if I follow up with you next month? Is it okay? When's a good time to follow up? And then add them to the list of follow-ups. But just because they say no doesn't mean no, right? So every single time you get a no, it's those seeds planted, those conversations happening, those thoughts and little sprinkles in these people's minds of who you are, what you're doing, and you want to leave that imprint on them. So that's totally okay. Keep inviting. They may just be looking for something different at the time. So continue to add value to them and follow up for time to time, and then invite them again when you feel the time is right. So like I said, maybe it's not right now, but maybe a month from now, I'll talk to her again or him and I'll invite them again. Maybe that'll be a better time. And keep getting in their face in a good way with adding value. Maybe send them a free recipe. Maybe send them those couple free workouts that we have. Maybe add them to your newsletter that you send every month, giving them free value. Maybe like for this month of November, we have a gratitude calendar, a family fun calendar, and just keep adding value for free, or add them to your free group. Sometimes people don't want to sign up right now, or they say not right now, and we ask if it's okay to add them to our free group. And that's where we have free challenges, free tips, free tricks, free motivation, accountability in that way. And then we follow up from there. So it's a constant cycle of adding value, forming with those relationships, inviting, following up, and then following up, inviting, following up. And it's a constant cycle, unless someone really tells you, no, please don't message me again, or they'll block you, which they'll just do you a favor, because then it'll save you time with messaging them again. So it's a win-win. But you guys, when it's the right time for that person, they will sign up. So you're not there to hound them or convince them of anything. You're just making sure that they know that the value that we have in the programs, the nutrition, the supplements, like the accountability and community that we offer is huge. So we want to make sure we're just sharing that. We're showing up to our gyms with our Instagrams, our Facebook, whatever platform you're using, and just really being genuine and not spammy, sounding like yourself, and making sure that you are building that brand. So like in the beginning through the trainings, when we went through what your why is, what your brand is, who you represent is exactly what you're going to be showing on your stories, on your Facebook page, on your call to actions. What did you struggle with? Who are you reaching for? For me, it's those people, men and women, who were constantly overtraining, not having a routine, not having a plan, constantly on that hamster wheel of feeling like I'm going down a path of like exercise addiction, or not eating enough for my body and not fueling it right, and constantly being moody and hungry and constantly thinking about food. And I'm talking to that girl that that's me, my old me, and I want to help her. And that's exactly why it took me some time for myself to even understand this. So when you guys are thinking about the people you're inviting, of course, we want to help everybody, but that's why your niche is super important, because those are the people who you're going to become friends with, who you're going to relate to, who are maybe those stay-at-home moms that can't lose those extra 5-10 pounds, and they're on that hamster wheel of thinking that they need a diet or thinking about food the whole time. Like, make sure that you're dialing in on your brand, what your why is deep down. And that's where that confidence will come in through your personal development and recognizing other coaches with our 4 vital behaviors. Proof the products work, showing up, inviting, and being genuine about it and excited. And you're working out, you're doing the things, you're drinking your shakes or the supplements or whatever you're doing, you're meal prepping on Sundays, like whatever it is, and then you're just inviting. And that's why this business can be so easy, because it is, but then it's so hard because this is only to really want to grow such a big business. You do need that deep rooted why, and you do need to set aside time and be strict about having and treating this like a real business that you pretend that you invested in like $1 million in. And are you going to show up every day? Yes, you are. So rather than thinking, oh, well, I only paid $16 a month to run this business, like no big deal. If those are your goals and you just want to work out and drink your shakes and do this as a hobby, totally cool. But if you want to build this business and make it that 6-figure business or more, and whatever your goals are, you're going to show up, you're going to do the stuff, you're going to read your personal development, you're going to do recognitions, you're going to read your PD, you're going to invite, you're going to follow up with those people, and you're going to have a tracking system that works. Because if you're not tracking these conversations, it could get so difficult to push forward, because you're going to lose those, those conversations, what you were talking about, what did this girl say? Who was this girl that I talked to yesterday? So you want to make sure you're having that tracking system. So on one of the other training videos, we'll go over how to track, the different ways of tracking. But honestly, from simple, if you're just starting out, create a spreadsheet, create a blank notebook, like anything to track these conversations. So you guys, again, be clear, be conversational, lower the pressure, repeat as necessary. All right, guys. So that was my little training video today about just effective inviting and just not being spammy, being genuine, just having that confidence behind what we do. Because like I said, keep thinking about it. If you're in Target or you're going to buy something and you fell in love with it, you're going to share and tell people about it with confidence, right? You're going to be super strong about it and clear. Hey, I bought this amazing purse at whatever. It was on sale. So good. The material's amazing. Whatever it is. You guys, check it out too. So, right? So easy, so simple, so confident. So, same thing with this. Hey, these workouts, these nutrition programs, this accountability group with this community, if you need help, like all these things, confidence. Talk to them, but get to know them, get to know what their goals are, what they're looking for, and then invite. It is that simple. So don't overthink it. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on them thinking that they have to sign up right now and looking at the person as a number. So just really having the mindset of you're helping people. And if it's not for them, it's not for them. The more no's you get, the more yeses you will have later. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and put these action steps in place. Start inviting, start forming relationships, keep growing your network, keep having those new conversations, and make sure you're reading your personal development, because that is humongous. So I will see you guys on the next video.